Today I've got an interesting recipe for all of you. It's the recipe of mayonnaise. Now mayonnaise we have been buying from the market, mainly using it store-bought. But today I will be telling you about the homemade mayonnaise. It's a very simple recipe. Sometimes I really wonder why people go like, oh, mayonnaise, making mayonnaise at home, it's so difficult. Trust me, it's not. And it is far, far better than the store-bought mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is an emulsion of three different liquids here. Here we are talking about eggs or egg yolks. There is oil and there is citric juice which comes from lemon, and you can also use any white vinegar. Usually I prefer wine vinegar over this normal plain white vinegar, but if you don't have white wine vinegar, it's perfectly fine. I'll just introduce you to all other ingredients which will be going in. We'll be taking about 2 egg yolks. 2 egg yolks make about 1/4, little less than 1/4 cup of liquid, and about 1 to 1.5 cups of oil. Now it's really important what kind of oil you are using in this. The oil which you use will have a predominant flavor in the mayonnaise. I always say to all my friends that always use mayonnaise oil which is made from seed oil. So if I'm using here sunflower oil, and I'm also adding olive oil to it. Olive oil is a very healthy oil because it is high, it is packed with monosaturated acid, it is packed with antioxidants. So it's very healthy, though the calorie amount remains the same. About a teaspoon or half to 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of mustard, about 1 to 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Also, one very important thing about mustard is that mustard is also provides stability to the emulsion. Stability to emulsion is it does not let it break. The two liquids which are coming together, that is egg yolk and oil, it will not let it break. It brings it all together and give that creamy texture. Okay, so it stabilizes it. You can also add pepper to it, which I'm not adding to it. Now there is one more seasoning, very interesting seasoning I have, that is wasabi powder. Now it really gives that extra punch to your mayonnaise. Okay, so now how to make mayonnaise. The requirement of oil is 3 times as much oil as other liquid ingredients. If we go by those calculations, our requirement for oil here is going to be 3/4 cup. I've taken half cup of olive oil because olive oil is healthy, and 1/4 cup of sunflower seed oil. 3/4 cup makes about 150 mils. So now I'm going to put my egg yolks in the bowl. About half teaspoon of sugar. You can increase the sugar. Again, it depends on how much of sweetness you prefer in your mayonnaise. Some mustard. About 1 to 1.5 teaspoon you can put. So I'm putting about almost 1.5 teaspoon, and little bit of lemon to begin with. So first we are going to whisk this mixture for a couple of minutes. Once it is nice, little light in color and frothy, then we will start adding the oil. Now that is going to be a little tricky part, but let's begin with it. I've putting the speed to 3 and starting this. As you can see, the eggs are well whisked, beaten. The mixture is ready for us to start adding oil to it now. First 50 ml we are going to put drop by drop, and I'm going to keep the speed to 3 or 4, and so that the emulsification can begin. And after that, we can start adding the oil at the steady stream. I'm going to put drop by drop, with the speed being either at 3 or 4. I'm going to put it at 4 because I have this about 5 speed options. If you have only 3 or 4 speed option, then put it at 3. Okay, so let's begin with it. At this stage, I would like to mention that in case if you feel that that oil is not mixing well, so increase the speed. Also, it's very important, though I've been putting the oil in steady stream, but whatever, after putting little, first ensure that that is well incorporated in the emulsion, and only then you put the next steady stream of oil. If you put all of it together, then it will break down and it will get spoiled. So now I'll continue with putting it in steady stream. So I have about 50 ml of oil left. Now, but I just thought at this juncture I need to mention that if you see, my mayo is quite thick right now. So I need to add a little more juice to it. So if you feel that it is nice and tangy and good pungent flavors there, then you do not need to add more of lemon juice. As I mentioned, add just a few drops, a few teaspoons of hot or warm water. Okay, it's done. Let me just taste it. It's tasting fab. It actually does not require anything to be added to it. But as I said, you can adjust the sugar amount, the salt amount, and if you want to add some white pepper or black pepper to it, as per your taste. So it is ready. Let's dish it out. And also, if you want to add more lemon juice, please go ahead and add. This is a perfect time. So here is the homemade mayonnaise for you. You realize how fresh it looks. It's creamy, it's homemade, and it takes so little time, hardly 10 minutes, and no preservatives too. So go ahead and enjoy your mayonnaise.